Hi everyone, I am here to do a reading for Aries. This is going to be still April 18th to May 18th. I'm trying to get all these readings in as quickly as possible so I can start on the end of May and hopefully I'll be able to get those, kind of play catch up here. Sorry if you guys hear that noise in the background. I'm sorry, that's my dog. He's eating his kibbles. So I'm going to go through, I already laid your cards out here, and I actually meant to get to this reading yesterday, and I just wanted to, I actually meant to get to this reading the other day, and I just had a lot of people in my home. I left the cards out and I kind of actually got to sit and, contemplate them a little bit longer, which, sometimes is actually a good thing. So, because some of this, it's not like we're asking one question here. We're not asking about, just love or just money or, just legal, or any type of like conflicts or anything like that. It's kind of general. So, you kind of have to really look a little deeper sometimes. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into it. The females on the left, the males on the right here. I'm going to start with the females. So the Lenormand cards that I pulled for you guys are the Flames, which this card here, it neutralizes any negative energy that you pull after it, and it actually increases positive energy. So, this card really, when you get anything negative, I really just don't even give it much thought unless I see kind of other cards that maybe is trying to tell me a little bit of, something extra. But anyway, you did get the heart, which signifies joy. So obviously you guys are going to be really happy because you have the flames here. Like I said, it amplifies good and it neutralizes bad. So any type of joy that, or any type of happiness, or good things that are going to be coming your way is going to be amplified. You did get these kind of bad luck cards, which is the broken glass. Again, it just tells about bad luck. It says, or it can talk about, it says death of a friend. But I did clarify that with another Lenormand card, and it said the eye. The eye denotes, it says interest taken by friends, and it also signifies suspicion. So I'm going to kind of get back to these cards here in just a second, because I did pull another card here, which was the clouds. And the clouds is a negative card. It, it says if the clouds are towards somebody, it can talk about divorce. So if you are in a relationship, you may not be actually getting divorced because you do have the flames here, which kind of neutralizes this card. So you may just be in some quarrels, which I saw down below, or having some problems. It also says that if the light part of the clouds are away from the person, it talks about happiness. So, you got it at the end here, which was the dark part was very close to your significator card, which, normally would talk about divorce. But like I said, I think it's probably just some quarrels that you guys are having. I did clarify that. The bear came out. So the bear talks about speculation, which kind of goes back to the eye. And to me, these kind of all go together. Veda, stop. Seriously? Go lay down. Go lay down. Okay, so... All right, so we did get, like I said, the bear also, which to me, and we got the rider. The bear talks about successful speculations, and the rider talks about good news. So to me, though, when we go back to these two cards, this kind of bad luck card and the suspicion card with the speculation, that kind of all goes together. Suspicions, you're kind of thinking about things. You're speculating on it. You're kind of making, you're kind of thinking like, maybe this happened, maybe that happened, like maybe they are spying on me, maybe they aren't spying on me, or this or that, whatever the case may be, whatever you're speculating, okay? And that to me goes towards these negative cards. So, you may have some suspicions about somebody, or that somebody's going to do something bad because this bad luck card is here. You may not actually have bad luck because you do have the flames. I guess it doesn't neutralize it. I think that possibly, you may just have some suspicions that somebody is being sneaky, that somebody, I don't want to say it like this, but the only other way I could think about it is like out to get you, or, maybe you're just seeing a situation for the way that it truly is. Maybe you've kind of had those rose-colored glasses on for a while with a relationship, or, with a work situation or whatever it is, and you're finally, seeing the light. You're coming into the reality of the situation, seeing the truth with this eye here, and with the bear, speculating at, maybe this is what's really going on, kind of coming to that epiphany. And you're going to have good luck, though, whatever that it is, whatever realization that you come to, okay, or whatever things come to light, that you figure out, it's going to bring you good luck because you have the Rider, you have the Heart, and like I said, these flames, they amplify these cards. So if there is some negative here, that comes from a relationship, from whatever, it is going to be not as bad as you think it's going to be, and you're going to learn something from it, I think, and you're going to move on to better things. All right, so I'm going to get into the tarot. All right, now, the first card that you got, which I hate seeing this card, I've been getting it for my own personal readings a lot, the Devil. So the Devil talks about toxicity. It talks about temptations. It talks about addictions. Like it can be addiction to anything. It'd be a codependent relationship. You could feel bound to somebody because these people have chains around them. Now the chains are loose around their neck. They could take them off if they wanted to. I think sometimes though, in a codependent relationship, you don't realize that you can get out of it, or it feels like that you can't get out of it. So it could talk about manipulation, anything pretty much negative that there is associated with this card. Okay, so I clarified this card, and it was clarified by the Sun in reverse, which is like unhappiness, not being illuminated, not seeing the truth in something, or not seeing the light, I guess I should say, like just feeling kind of glum, because the Sun upright is all about happiness and joy and, prosperity, and, so obviously, like, you think about the Sun, like, in reverse, and all the opposite traits, of happiness and joy and prosperity, you feeling kind of depressed, and with this Devil energy is no wonder. Now this could be a person, okay, this could, like I said before, be an addiction. It could be a work environment. This could be a boss that's like this, anything. It just, you have to think about it with your own personal situation. Now, in your, Lenormand cards, it does talk about, they're possibly, like, with the clouds here, talks about divorce. So, I mean, you don't have to be married, okay? But that, to me, signifies that there is some relationship here of some kind. So this could be a husband, it could be a wife, it could be, just that kind of, like I said, codependent relationship where, one person is the giver and gives everything, and the other person take, and you feel like you are stuck with this person, you feel like you're bound to this person, in my own personal situation, the reason that I was getting this card is my ex is a toxic person. He is a narcissist. He is, like thinking only of himself and very selfish, brainwashing type of person, anyway, I could go on and on forever about this, but you're not happy. Whatever that this is, this toxic energy is really making you upset and depressed, and I really don't like seeing that. All right, so we do have the World. All right, so an ending of some kind of new beginning, and usually this is a pretty positive card. Any ending card is usually positive because you are starting fresh. You're starting a new beginning. You do have the Five of Wands in the reverse. So Five of Wands upright talks about lots of quarrels, fighting, this and that, whatever. It can talk about, like even, like I said, arguments. If you're in a toxic situation, you could be having that all the time. You may not know when the next argument's going to happen. But anyway, it was in the reverse. So it could mean here, like lots, even more conflicts, even more arguments than normal. It can also talk about you coming out of that argumentative stage. So, with the World here, to me, an ending and a new beginning, I think that clarifying with the Five of Wands, to me, it's like there probably was a lot of conflicts here, and it's going to be an ending to that, and there's going to be a new beginning, and the new beginning is going to be where, there either is not as many conflicts, okay, as there was in the past, kind of like, you can deal with it, or there's not going to be any conflicts at all, which, is kind of ridiculous, because there's, I don't think that anybody, never has any conflicts, but, there's going to be a lot less. It's going to be to the point where you can deal with it and you can get through it. Okay, so right after that, which just like in the Norman cards up here, it talked about, speculation, having some problems, possibly in a relationship. Like I said, maybe some conflicts, or, because of the bad luck card, maybe, you having some difficulties there. And that's what it talked about down here, is with the Devil, some toxic energy, you feeling kind of depressed, you having some conflicts, you coming out of that. And then heading into that joy, which just like up here, you had the Heart card, you had the Rider card, which is joy, you have the Nine of Cups. So, this is wish fulfillment. This is going into positive energy, getting more of what you want, happiness. Your cups are full. You just are abundant here. And we have that clarified by the Ten of Swords. So another ending. So I really think that it's like you're ending all this pain, all right, and suffering that you've been going through, feeling defeated, feeling beat up. You're not going to be in this energy anymore. You are going to be happy and wish fulfilled, okay? And then we have right after that, which is so wonderful. Like I said, it's the flames amplified that joy. We have the Ten of Cups. So you go from the 9 right to the 10. This is the ultimate happiness, family, abundance, wealth, total emotional fulfillment. You are just bliss, okay? Just absolute bliss. And it just makes me so happy. You really needed to get out of that toxic energy. And for you to go from so heavy of a negative energy into this positive energy is so wonderful. That, to me, that's a blessing. That's spirit coming through and just, this is, this is definitely spirit at work here. You do have the Three of Pentacles, which is, it could talk about marriage, you could talk about working in a relationship, a work partnership, as far as actual work, like a business, things like that. And then you have the King of Wands. So to me, this is like, if you're not in a relationship, or if you were in, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe thinking about, being in a relationship with a toxic person, and, you'd been in it for a while, or you're dealing with some of their problems, I think that somebody else is coming along, all right? And they're going to bring you happiness, and it could be both of these situations, okay? So, don't think that it has to be one or the other. It can actually be both of these situations. Because my situation, I really believe that it's actually both of these, kind of a thing, with me, because I went from the same type of, like I said, energy, that very toxic energy, and I am heading towards my Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups at this point in my life. But this could be a new person bringing you this Ten of Cups, wanting to work on a relationship with you, wanting to bring success, all right, in finances, in love, all those things. Or I guess I should say, this could be, the King of Cups could be that toxic energy coming back, wanting to work on things, wanting to have this relationship, saying, oh, I really want to work on a relationship, and it's going to be so great, and we're going to have happiness and bliss, and it's going to, be all these things, because, like I said, the devil can talk about manipulation, and, the devil's a smooth talker. So, if that is the case, all right, don't let that person kind of sweet talk you, all right, because the King of Wands here is a passionate type energy, and very confident type person. And, a lot of people like the King of Wands. It can be very sociable, very friendly kind of, energy. And sometimes I have a King of Wands. Like I said, I'm relating this to my own personal situation. He is like that. He's a Leo. Okay, I'm a Leo. You're very confident if you are, and it could be fire sign. It doesn't have to be a Leo. But very confident type energy, and, thinks that they can get whatever they want, and, not afraid to go after, what they want, and say that they're going to work on something. But remember, actions speak louder than words. I said this before. And if they haven't showed you that in the past, and they had that toxic energy, I wouldn't trust it. Okay, so if this is a new person, then I would say, yes, I think that it's fine, and I would head into that Ten of Cups energy and push through. But if it's this old person, this old, the same old story here, all right, I would not get myself back into that, because you know what it's going to bring you. It's going to bring you this Sun in reverse, this unhappy energy. All right, so real quick, I'm going to go over, I did pull some bottom of the deck cards for you guys. So we have the Six of Swords, the Moon, the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So you have a brand new beginning, and it's a passionate new beginning. Lots of fun, lots of excitement as Wands, traveling. Wands can talk about travel, spontaneous things. Queen of Wands, I think that that's, your energy. I know that, Aries, that's not exactly your sign's energy, but I just think that we have the female here. I think that you're confident, you're in this type of Queen of Wands energy. Remember, like I said, wand energy, especially with the queens, the kings, the pages, the knights, all of the people that are like the suits, the people in the suits, I guess I should say, they're confident. Okay, so I think that that's you. You have this confidence about you, and you're starting this passionate new beginning. There may be still some secrets, okay, or some things that maybe, you're still questioning yourself on with the moon. Because when you come out of toxic energy, I feel like that you're always kind of in the moon for a while, indecisive, trying to follow your path, trying to get to this illumination. But there may be, some still negative thoughts surrounding you, or illusion is what the moon also talks about. So you may still have some kind of illusion thoughts in your mind that aren't real, like whatever that devil had made you think to keep you bound to him, that you're going to have to kind of get through. And I think that you're going to be moving away from that energy. With this Six of Swords, you're going to be going into calmer waters. You're going to, start feeling a little bit better. And like I said, more confident. I'm getting out of that illusion type energy, getting out of that feeling of, like just turbulence. Because this is turbulent waters. These are calm waters. You don't want to feel like you're constantly having anxiety and worried about things. And to me, that's a turbulence there. Okay. All right. So I did not pull you guys that oracle card. Let me do that now, actually. All right. Let's see here. For Aries, April 18th. Oh, there we go. Okay. So assets, it says. Material world, possessions, finance, talent, values, worthiness, luxuries, security, solidity. So I think this is really talking about, you may have good finances coming your way. You don't have a lot of pentacles here. So to me, this reading is not talking about pentacles. It's not talking about your finances too much. But you're going to have, a solid new commitment if a new person comes in, and you're also going to feel more grounded in yourself, okay? And coming out of that sun in reverse energy, you're going to come out of this. You're going to be in this Ten of Cups energy, and you're going to feel worthy. You're going to feel security. If this is a new person, you're going to feel secure with them, all right? You're going to feel secure in yourself. You're going to start feeling like, you know what you want, and you know your worth, and you're not accepting anything less than what you're worth. Okay? You do have little angel wings here too, which, like I said, I really feel like that this, going from this toxic energy into this Ten of Cups, I really feel like that it is, divinely guided. The angel wings right there. Okay, so we're going to get into the males reading here for Aries. The cards that I have up top here, the Lenormand that I pulled, you've got the star and the the tree. They look so similar. The star and the tree both talk about, positive energy, so good health, success in business, averting like unlucky events, to just, success, fulfillment, things like that. And then we have the safe and the tower. So to me, this talks about, can talk about finances, but to me, the safe is literally you feeling safe. Okay, so like I feel safe, secure, this and that, whatever. So the safe protects things. It gives you a sense of security. You're holding on to something, or you're putting something away, and protecting it. You're feeling safe, you're feeling protected, or you're protecting something, and you are wanting to keep something safe. It's clarified by the tower. So the tower can talk about, in my opinion, it's just like the tarot, where it's like a light bulb moment, or it's a crumbling of some type of foundation that was not stable to begin with. It's some type of shake-up moment in your life that makes you realize something, or causes an ending to something. All right, so maybe you're trying to protect some type of relationship that was on a false foundation that's going to come to an ending. Maybe you're trying to, kind of keep yourself safe from that, from some type of relationship like that. I'm just, kind of correlating it to a relationship. But it could be anything. Okay, you did have the coffin, which talks about loss of property. Um, it can talk about, it says, the probability of averting evil if it's distant from you. You did have that clarified with the rapiers. So this talks about, it says assaults, which will threaten the person sooner or later, depending on the distance. So it is kind of over here on the side. So to me, it's like, if you do have an unfortunate event, or a quarrel or some type of, it says, like I said, an assault, which to me, that's kind of like, probably not a physical fight, but, I mean, you could have a physical fight, but it's probably some type of argument or something like that, that could be associated with a loss of some kind. And I mean, you do have this tower, so maybe you're trying to protect yourself against this tower moment happening, but it is going to happen, and it's probably not going to happen right now, but it's going to happen in the future. Okay. You still will have success though in business. You're going to have good luck in other parts of your life, whatever this tower moment is. Just like the females, there's negative and there's positive. So one door closes, one door opens. Okay. All right. So we're going to go in the tarot. So you have the Three of Wands here. So this can talk about making a decision on one thing. You're kind of holding on to one wand here. You're leaving two behind you. You're waiting for your ships to come in. So things that maybe, you've been thinking about or you've been investing in. Like this person here is like a business person, and these are all his ships that are out there. Okay, so he's waiting for his investments to come back to him. It can talk about, like I said, leaving, something behind, making a decision here. You do have that clarified with I think this is a Nine of Wands. Yeah, Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands can talk about lessons that are behind you here that you may have had a difficult time, getting through, or situations getting through. You're kind of beaten, battered. You could talk about worries, kind of looking over your shoulder, worrying about some things, which to me that makes sense, with the rapiers, with the tower here. You could be worried about conflict. You could be worried about this tower moment happening. You kind of are waiting for some type of either success or, investment to come into you here. It could be a relationship, it could be work, it could be anything, okay? But you could be a little bit worried about it. We did have that also clarified by the Queen and the King of Pentacles. So this is why I say relationship, because we have a couple here. This could be a married couple. This could, be, because we do have, this is a husband and a wife, okay? It could just be, though, that it's a stable commitment, because Pentacles talk about stability, okay? It could be a business partnership, because we have lots of business-related things up here. And we have Pentacles, with the male and the female here, so this could be a business partnership of some kind. And we did have the safe, so again, it could talk about money, all right, and finances. So whatever investment that you're waiting on coming in, if it was something in a relationship, like maybe that you were hoping that you guys could get to a more stable commitment, or, business commitment, or some investment of some kind with somebody in a business partnership. You're waiting for that to come in, but you're a little bit worried about that. And again, makes sense, because you have the safe here, trying to keep yourself safe. You're kind of maybe guarding yourself, because we do have down here the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is guarded, kind of defensive energy. You can see he's kind of fighting people off here. Now, usually this person has the advantage because they are on high ground. So, if you are defending yourself about something or you are guarded, to me, you probably have a reason to do so. You know, you are confident about it. You're up here on the hill. You feel like you have the advantage. It's clarified though by the Five of Cups. So it can talk about loss, regrets, feeling sorry for yourself, crying over spilled milk, not realizing, that you have some positive situations or positive relationship or whatever that it is positive behind you, and kind of you're focusing too much on the negative. We talk about lots of different things here, but to me, when I look at this, I feel like that again, it could be business partnership, it could be relationship, whatever that it is. You're maybe focusing too much on your investments that you have put into here and worrying about these things too much, all right? And not really focusing on the positives, the things that you have, which are right here. It says you're going to have business success. I can't talk. And good health. It says fulfillment of highest hopes. So you will have positive things. If they're not there already, they will be coming in for you. So try not to invest too much of your mental, your thoughts and your thinking into these negative or things that you've lost or are worried about losing. Okay. We have the Chariot and the Magician. So the Chariot talks about movement, could talk about taking control of your life. These two horses here, they are one's black, one's white, one wants to go one way, one wants to go the other way. You have to, be in control of them and direct them in the way that you want to go, all right? You are the driver here. You are the person that has the control over which direction that your life takes, not, the horses, anything like that, or anybody else. And the Magician talks about manifesting that. So it is the number one card goes from 0, the Fool, which is taking a leap of faith, to 1, which is actually the thought, thinking about starting something new and starting to kind of get those ideas in your mind on, to me, the positive direction that you need to go, and really, starting to actually apply that and get it moving, getting those ideas moving in the correct direction with the Chariot here. So you're going to manifest some good stuff. You're going to get out of that Five of Cups energy, and you're going to go, okay, you know what? I'm going to get back on the horse. I'm going to move my life forward. I'm going to manifest positive things for myself. And we're going to get that moving in the correct direction. All right. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. So, money here, good finances. It talks about family, legacy. You could talk about loyalty. You have the dogs here. But whenever I see this with this business success up above, and then you also have, right here, the King and Queen of Pentacles. I really think that you've got a lot of business, financial success coming your way. You did have that clarified by the Page of Swords. This is kind of like a youthful and kind of just I feel like this is almost like the Fool energy, okay? So it can be like, you're in that youthful, like, just taking things as they come kind of energy, kind of excited, for the future. He's on the slippery slope, so, kind of whenever you're young, you don't really think about, like, problems or consequences or this or that or whatever. You just, it's like, you might drive a little too fast. You might do, some things that you don't want to, don't mean to hurt anybody by doing them, but you just kind of are a kid and you're kind of experiencing life, and I just feel like that's kind of this energy. So also the sword here can talk about truths coming out. It can talk about somebody kind of spying or gathering information. Um, but to me, you also have the King of Swords here. So I feel like probably what's going to happen is, you know, you're going to get this business success, and you're going to go from this Page of Swords energy, kind of like this youthful, not really thinking about things like the way that you probably needed to think about them. Um, and you're going to go into the King of Swords, which is, you know, really head on straight, decision making. You can make logical decisions. You don't have your emotions involved with them. Um, Kind of almost like a judge, type energy where, the judge just sees, the evidence, or sees, you know, um, whatever, one side versus the other side, and he makes a decision, and he makes good decisions and logical decisions. Okay, so I really think that that's kind of what it's saying here is, you're gonna get this financial success and stability, and you're gonna get out of this kind of like too youthful energy, too really being an adult about the situation. You're going to go into being an adult about the situation and being able to make really sound and really good judgment type of decisions for your business, or for your finances, or however that resonates. All right, so we do have excuse me, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords can talk about rushing into a situation, not thinking about things. So like I said, it's kind of what I got from this Page of Swords. Also going into that King of Swords is kind of like you're coming out of that energy. You're kind of coming out of this Knight of Swords, rushing into decisions, rushing into situations, not thinking about things, being too spontaneous. Again, Knight of Swords, he is the sword of truth. So it could be, truth is coming to light. About a situation, about a relationship, about a business partnership, whatever. You may not have this business partnership. You may be going alone, okay, into business. You may have thought that you're going to have somebody to kind of back you up, and now you don't have that person to back you up anymore. You could be a little bit worried about it, a little bit upset about it. Maybe you're in this Page of Swords energy because you and or Knight of Swords both, they kind of like correlate, but maybe you were relying on that other person too much in your business, and you needed to kind of get in this King of Swords and just be like independent with it. That it could be that as well. We do have that clarified by Judgment. Okay, so to me this is not so great judgment, and this is you gaining again that King of Swords kind of clarity, and you're going to have sound judgment. You're going to be making better decisions. All right, we did have the Nine of Swords, which could talk about worries. It can talk about kind of being in your head, overthinking things, which we kind of had the worry card here as well. I just think that you're going to be coming out of that energy, because we do have the Wheel of Fortune right after it. So we did have the Fool in reverse. The Fool in reverse, it can talk about like not wanting to take a leap of faith. So maybe the Wheel of Fortune is going to push you through. It's going to push you out of this energy. But to me, you really need to not be stagnant. Okay, so the Fool in reverse can be kind of stagnant, because the Fool upright can talk about, just kind of jumping into things, and, like I said, taking that leap of faith, not being worried too much about it. And, maybe you were kind of in the Fool reverse because things that aren't going to work out here the way that you planned, okay? And you think that, you're not going to have such great judgment. You're kind of in your head about it. But, the same situation is not going to play over and over again. exactly the same as it did before unless you make exactly the same decisions. Like if you get into a relationship with one type of person and you keep getting into a relationship with the same type of person, obviously you're gonna have the same results. But if you were relying on one person too much, which is what I'm kind of seeing here, maybe that you're being kind of immature with this Page of Swords, kind of being immature about this business or relationship, and then you get into this more mature energy and not relying on somebody else, and being able to make sound decisions on your own, then that's completely different energy, okay? And you're not going to make the same mistakes, or the same outcome is not going to happen, all right, as it did before. So I really feel like the Wheel of Fortune is going to say, like, push you forward into getting out of this Fool in reverse energy, getting out of this, Nine of Swords, being in your head, worrying about things. Am I going to make the same decisions, not have the right judgment that I had before, be in this rushing, to decision, rushing to conclusions type of energy. You're not. You're going to be in the King of Swords energy. You're going to make sound decisions, right? And remember, you have control over that, okay? So be aware of yourself and don't get back into that energy of being immature and not being able to make decisions properly. Okay, so I did pull some cards from the bottom of the deck for you guys. I'm just going to go over this really fast. Alright, let's start here. So I had the Death card, alright, followed by the Two of Cups, the Eight of Wands, right, 5, 7, 8. Yeah, sorry, I always forget these, or always get these Roman numerals confused. Eight of Wands are reversed, the Hermit, the Four of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Lovers. Okay, so this is what I said about there possibly being a relationship here with the King and Queen of Pentacles. Now, again, it could still be business partnership as well, so you could have both going on, okay? Or it could just be one or the other. And remember, this does not have to be the male spread, okay? It could be the female, spread as well. It just, take what resonates. Okay, the Death card. So Death talks about an ending, okay, and a rebirth. We have that followed by the Two of Cups. So some kind of soul connection, or some type of relationship, equal give and take. Just, it could be love. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. Again, it could be a business partnership, whatever. But partnership, equal give and take. We do have that Eight of Wands. Now, Eight of Wands in the upright could talk about communication, could talk about fast movement, things happening quickly, messages, this and that, whatever. In the reverse, to me, this is like communication is cut off, somebody's been blocked, they won't talk to you, so if you text message them, they don't respond, or maybe they change their phone number or something like that. So it's like an ending of a partnership or relationship or soul tie, whatever. No communication, no moving forward. You having to go, on your own, with the Hermit energy, find your own way. The Lantern here talks about intuition and kind of, enlightenment and seeking, things in your life that that you need to bring to the light, okay? So, like I said here, maybe coming out of that Page of Swords energy into the King of Swords energy, that you needed to learn that about yourself, that you were not in the correct energy to have this relationship, okay? Or this partnership of whatever this is. But that ultimately is going to bring you to the Four of Wands. It's going to bring you to stability. You could have another relationship here. You could have a celebration of some kind. You could move. You could talk about moving. You could talk about, like a traveling, vacation, yada, yada, whatever, a celebration of some kind. But it's going to bring you this, going on your own, figuring things out for yourself is going to bring you to that energy, that Four of Wands stability. You're going to be working, I really feel like, extremely hard, okay? So Eight of Pentacles upright is focus on your work. In reverse, it can talk about either not being focused or focusing extremely hard. And I really feel like, with the cards before that, it's saying you're going to be focusing extremely hard on your work, extremely hard on yourself, just knowing what you want, and you've got your eye on the prize. Because right after that, it's the Lovers. And so I think you're going to have a new relationship coming in here. And you're going to be in the correct energy to be able to nurture this the way that it needs to be. And this could be a business partnership too, whatever. But you're going to be in this King of Swords energy, all right? Know what you want. Be able to, be an adult about the situation. Not be immature. Make good decisions. You're going to have your finances in order. You're going to have kind of everything that you need to. And you're going to get this star energy here and this tree energy where it's, business success, you're going to have success in all other enterprises. So love, you're going to have good health, you're going to fulfillment of highest hopes, which is going to be this Lovers. I really believe you're going to get this new relationship. Okay, so let me grab you guys an oracle card. I'm going to shuffle this really fast. All right, Aries, male, please. April 18th and May 18th. What kind of information do we need to know for them? Please, Spirit, Lord, Jesus, Angels. Okay. The Edge. Friendship, group, creativity. Okay, so it could be business. Community, humanity, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, chemicals, startups. Startups, you could be starting a new business or starting up something new. Rebellion, experimentation in the future. So taking, that leap of faith, experimentation in the future, friendship, community, hope. So, this is just all really positive to me. Discovering, I really think that, like I said before, you're coming to enlightenment on different things in your life that you need to change about yourself for the better. So getting out of that Page of Swords energy into the Page of Swords energy into the King of Swords energy. Okay, guys, well, thank you for coming and watching, and like, share, subscribe. Comment below, let me know what you think about the readings, if it resonates, if it doesn't resonate, and I will see you guys later. Bye!